Hey everyone, Brent Pyke here, the founder of Pyke Gear. I'm sitting here with Glenn Blackwood from the Ruffed Grouse Society, American Woodcock Society. We're excited to announce our new corporate partnership with the Ruffed Grouse and American Woodcock Society starting 2023. And Glenn's going to kind of share with you some of the cool projects that we're going to be able to do across the country and tell us a little bit more about the mission of the Ruffed Grouse Society, American Woodcock Society.
Thanks, Brett. I'm so pleased to be here today and excited that Pyke Gear has joined the ranks of corporate sponsorship with the Ruffed Grouse and American Woodcock Society. I've known Brent as a conservationist and a friend for 20 years, going back when we were both volunteers for RGS. And he has taken with his company, an American-made upland hunting company, clothing that are just delightful to wear in the field, extended his commitment to be a corporate sponsor for RGS and AWS in 2023. You will see Pyke Gear products at our fundraising events, our habitat days, spread all across our profile, not just in Michigan, where Pyke is based out of.
Like I said, we're super excited to become partners with the Ruffed Grouse Society, not just on a habitat level and a banquet level, but actually as a corporate sponsor. And like you said, you know, having things at every event that the Ruffed Grouse Society is doing out there. You know, again, as a corporation in America, we feel it's our civic duty to help promulgate the conservation of you know, my favorite game bird, the ruffed grouse, and especially living here in Michigan, you know, it's the most prolific bird that we have around here, and I've enjoyed chasing it, and I hope that, you know, with our continued efforts, along with the efforts of the Ruffed Grouse Society, we can continue to, you know, expand the ruffed grouse hunting opportunities for people across the state, across the United States.
As Brent said, conservation is the key. Dr. Ben Jones, our president, CEO, continues to tout that. But young successional force management certainly is at a point in the United States where we need to ramp up that, and having corporate sponsors like Pyke and our other corporate sponsors really allow to do that, not only on the fundraising aspect, but in the conservation delivery messaging like this video today. So even though we are sitting here near the lakeshore of Lake Michigan in the western part of the state, you know, rest assured that the commitment of Pyke Gear is going to reach out to the Northeast and to Minnesota and to the other southern apps and all the areas where we're doing conservation on the ground work in 2023 and moving forward.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you.
Super excited to work with you guys, and I think we got a lot of cool things we can do together over the future.
We certainly will. And thanks again to Pyke Gear for being a corporate sponsor in 2023.
It's super exciting time. I mean, I feel like, we're kind of at that precipice with the ruffed grouse. I mean, I know we've had a lot of struggles in the last 20, 30 years with getting the message out on what young successional forests look like and how they are managed. But I do feel, that the tide has turned and people are starting to understand that, hey, you know what? Harvesting these young forests and creating habitat for ruffed grouse, American woodcock, various warbler species, the American turkey, white-tailed deer, et cetera, is a good thing. And it's nice to see that we're not just fighting this uphill battle anymore. And I mean, there's still obviously challenges in letting people know what's going on with that stuff, but it does feel to me that people are starting to understand that, hey, this is a good thing it's a renewable resource. If you're, the carbon sequestration that you get out of these young forests is amazing. So there's a lot of good environmental impacts that can be done from harvesting this timber.